So I'm here today with Allegra Hicks, who's a textile designer and also a fashion designer, and we're at IDS 2011, and I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I'm a big fan. As you can see, I have all your books.
Oh.
And I wanted to ask you, first of all, how did you make the transition from fashion to home?
I think I started lifestyle at the same time, but my first design that was ever made into something was a rug.
It was a rug?
Yeah.
Was it one of the jewelry rugs? Or?
It was one of the killings.
It was a killing. So then how did you transition into doing all these kinds of different forms of design?
Because I'm a textile designer from what I learned at school, and I think that in a way the most difficult thing for a designer is not necessarily the discipline, but how to stamp his own style.
To create your own, figure out your style.
Create your own style, exactly.
Okay.
So when you are a textile designer, of course you use not only different texture, but also motifs. And in my case, I mainly use pattern.
Yeah.
So the translation between different words, the realm of the dress to
right.
a carpet to a fabric for an interior is quite organic, because it's the use of a creative vocabulary that is
right.
pretty coherent with
right.
itself.
So it translates really nicely across all boards. Okay,
that's a much better way of saying it.
So when you design, you also do designs for houses as well, like an interior designer.
Yeah.
So what is your starting point at that point? Do you start with the textiles?
It depends, at times it depends on what, how I understand the client, because clients, I think what is very important is to see how they want to live. Obviously, for me, it's very important to have my signature in it. So I think the rug is the most organic thing to put in a room. Yes.
Okay.
And the rug is what makes a room perfect. You have great furniture, you can have great paintings, great art, and then they need something that ties the room together, and it actually does.
So you think of it as a great unifier?
It is. It's like it's an island.
Right.
And it keeps everyone afloat.
And your carpets are all of your materials and your fabrics are beautiful patterns. I saw from your book, which I love, by the way, this one, Allegra Hicks, that a lot of your inspiration comes from outside, from nature. Do you spend a lot of time examining that?
Not as much as I would like to, actually. I spend a lot of time in my studio working.
Yeah.
I travel a bit, and I think that when you travel, you really have the chance of just collecting a book of memories in your brain, and then using it when.
Do you take lots of photographs?
I take a lot of photographs. I sketch a lot. I love sketching. I have a kind of mini moleskin books that I can put them in my pockets.
Oh, that's so great, because you don't really hear about people carrying moleskins around anymore because of the computer.
I mean, without them, I'm lost.
Yeah, they're perfect. So now, do you do watercolors too?
And then I do watercolor, and then if the watercolor works, then I'm afraid I scan it and it becomes a Photoshop.
So so you scan the watercolor, and how does it then translate into the actual textile? How do you get from that inspiration to the textile?
I think you have to make it work and what is different is that it needs to keep its natural ease that the drawing has.
Yeah, because it's very fluid.
Of course. Mm-hmm. So I think that the use of color and the kind of non-perfect screens make it work.
So it has that lovely sense of imperfection.
Yeah, there is a tiny little, it's not even an imperfection, but in the repeat, it kind of, it's fine, but it's not machine-made.
Right.
Of course it is machine-made, but it doesn't look like it.
That's what makes it so brilliant, I think.
I think probably that, but thank you.
You're welcome. Now, what's the next big thing that you're working on?
Well, I'm doing a new collection of interiors fabrics that I'm working on at the moment, and that's what is coming out in October.
A new line of fabrics. And it's at Lee Joffa, right?
And then it's at Joffa. And then in July, I have done a collaboration with West Elm.
Oh, really?
On a collection of fabrics and cushions, and which
so
I'm very excited about. I saw the prototype and loved them, and I want to have them for my house.
Oh, that's so exciting.
It's really exciting, yeah.
Now, can you still buy the jewelry carpets? I've been looking for one of them. Here in Canada?
Oh no, I think I will have to send them from England.
Okay, so I may have to give you a call and get one sent over from England.
Of course, why not?
Because I've been dying to have one forever. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I would love to ask you to autograph one of my books for me, if that's okay. Oh, that's so great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was really a thrill to meet you.